So today I have just received the new eufy LR30 Plus hybrid RoboVac and mop. Now I'm a big fan of the eufy by Anchor product range. I have a lot of their cables, and this is my third RoboVac in the space of maybe 4 months. Because I like the first one so much, I bought a second one for the other side of my house. And then I saw this one came out, and this has a self-emptying RoboVac that empties into its own container that you don't have to empty it once every 60 days. And we've got 2 dogs, so that was a big plus for us. At the minute, it's just mapping out the house. The X8 that I already have, that's not a hybrid one, it also maps out as well, but this one is doing it a lot quicker than that one. It's got a LiDAR scanner that is in that turret on the top, and it uses lasers to guide itself around the house into obstacles. For example, if I put my foot here, it'll move out of the way. So it's pretty good. At the minute, it's just on its normal suction setting, going around, mapping out where to go, where not to go. And when it finishes doing this, it'll return to its base, where it will self-empty, and also the map will save to your phone in the app. And you can add virtual barriers, so like if you've got dog bowls or places you don't want it to go, you can set up a virtual wall or a no-go zone, so it doesn't vacuum like a rug or a delicate rug by a front door will get sucked up into the brushes. You can avoid that, or you can put a virtual barrier, as I said, so don't go into this area of whatever it is you don't want to be cleaned. It also has 3 different suction powers and something called Boost IQ. So when it detects different floor types, it'll up the suction power, so it'll always be correct for whatever it is you're doing. This is the hybrid version. It has got a mop, which I haven't used yet. I haven't even tested it out. It's all still here on the table in its packaging, but there is stuff on the floor. I don't know if you can see, there is some things I wanted to clean up later anyway. So as I said, it's just doing the mapping part. It's very quiet. This is the standard suction mode, and it's very, very quiet, which I really do like. It also comes with those 2 brushes you see at the front. You get another set of them, and basically another set of everything. 2 mop pads, 2 filters, 2 brushes, but like a double set of each, which is pretty good. And they're really inexpensive to buy on eufy. I think you can buy a whole kit, so when the app tells you it's time to take them out and change them, I think the whole kit is below £25, and you get everything again. But a couple, it's like 4 or 5 brushes, sets of brushes. I think it's 3 sets of filters, 4 mop pads, things like that. The self-emptying base station, which I'll show you in a minute, has a bag inside, which is good for 60 empties. Obviously, depending on how often you vacuum your house and how dirty your house is, if you've got dogs like me, what it will do. There's a bag inside that. It comes with 2 bags. Now, I got no idea how much the price of the bags are. This is just out, and I found no videos of it online, except for one guy in Korea, I think. But that was no good for me. I don't speak Korean. It doesn't tangle up. I've had it like go over cables, whatever. It'll turn off the brushes and reverse. It'll also do this little sort of kick thing. If you imagine like kicking your leg to get itself over whatever it is, which is pretty good. It can climb very high. I have got carpet here, and there's a good ridge because there's a stone floor, and it goes very, very high. It kicks up over it very high. You can move things out of the way, obviously, to let it go into the corners, but I'm just doing it as is, just to see how we go. Once it knows the rooms, that's what I found with the X8 I also have. Once I know it learns the room, but if you move furniture or anything like that, it's not a problem. It just knows to go around it. The other side of it is the app is very, very good. Once it docks now after this clean, its first mapping stage, shall we say, it'll create a map, and it generally has the room separated accordingly. Might be off by a couple of feet or a couple of inches, but that you can just drag them and change that in the app, which I do, because I do like to say, you know, clean the kitchen every night, or don't vacuum the hallway, or do vacuum somewhere else. So as you can see, I've moved the mat up just for this clean though, because it's just mapping. I want it to go smoothly and no errors, so I don't have to start the whole process again. That normally stays down, that mat by the front door, and no problem going over that. It goes up and down, cleans it, no problem. I'll go into the bathroom now and clean the front restroom area. It doesn't fall off down the stairs. It detects drops and things like that. You can give it a name. This, as I said, we've got 3 because we've got somehow a bit of addiction to this now. But we have this one which will mop, which we're really grateful for, with 2 dogs. We've got another one out on the other side of the house. It's a G30 Edge. It was just on sale at the time. I think we got it for like £150, so I couldn't pass it up. And that just does where the dogs normally stay, the entrance hall out there, the glass room, the sunroom, and another bedroom that we have, and another bathroom out there. And I have another X8 one upstairs. Looks exactly like this, apart from it's just got pink and blue, with the LiDAR scanner. That sits upstairs, and it's full suction power. It can do the whole house upstairs, which is 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and an ensuite, and a quite reasonably sized landing. And it can do that on full power, no problem. This also has a feature that if your house is quite big or you have it on full power all the time, it will return to its dock, charge when the battery runs down to, I think it's about 15%. And then when it's finished charging, it'll come back to the point of where it stopped. And it will pick up where it left off. It'll never miss a bit of the floor. I just missed something there, I don't know if you can see that. But as I said, it's just mapping the house at the minute. It'll be running its full time tonight. When it goes back to charge, I will go down and show you the self-emptying station, and maybe it'll self-empty after this, and I'll try get that on camera too if it does, so you can see how loud it is. From what I've seen with other RoboVacs that self-empty, that is quite loud. But we're very, very impressed with this. This would be great for people who, like me, just sometimes don't bother vacuuming. Great for people with disabilities or people who are just busy. You can set this on a schedule to come on and off, and you can also designate rooms to do. So you could do your living room and your dining room, but not the lounge, or not the kitchen, or just the kitchen, certain times of the day. And it's got multi-level mapping, multi-map. So if you want to use one for your whole house, you can have a map for downstairs, a map for upstairs. And when you bring it to upstairs, for example, you turn it on and it will say to you its positioning, and it will find where it is using the LiDAR scanner and know which map it's at. So it'll then continue on vacuuming, and then it'll just stop right at the point where you left it and send you a notification in the app that it is done cleaning. So that's very, very handy. We use that a lot. Well, until we got the other one, that was. But it's quite quick. Like it's moving quite quick and it's just mapping at the minute. So it's not actually cleaning. It's just mapping. So I find it hopefully it's as quick when it's vacuuming, because it's definitely moving a lot faster than the X8 that we have. As I said, this is the hybrid one, so there is a mop attachment that you attach to it. It's got a little microfiber pad which is washable, so you just slide this on to the bottom, and it clicks into place with these little buttons here. But it slides on in the bottom. You put water in the reservoir, which is part of the dust chamber, and you have 3 water levels which it will push out onto the cloth and just mop your house as you go. Now obviously it's just sort of to keep on top of things. It doesn't replace a human mopping the floor, but it does do very well. I've seen on the other one with the X8 hybrid with the mop, it does do very well with like soy sauce and grounding things, mud, things like that. But it's not it doesn't replace a human, but it would definitely keep on top of things. It's definitely acceptable until your once a week mop or anything like that. But yeah, we're very excited to try this out now. I bought this with my own money. This wasn't gifted to me or anything like that. I bought all 3 of the ones I have, this being the 3rd. It just arrived today. I think it's brand new. Some of the accessories aren't even on the website yet to replace. So, also, the amazing thing about eufy that I like is, normally, from what I understand, that the RoboVac, the batteries will die and you have to send them off to get serviced, and expensive to replace the batteries. This battery in this machine, I think, is £59. You can buy it on their website and just replace it yourself when the battery starts to give out. So you haven't got to buy or send off for repair your eufy RoboVac. I also like how the warranty activates when you activate the app and you connect the RoboVac to the app. It automatically sets up the warranty. You haven't got to register it or say the date you got it or send receipts, which I think is brilliant. I did actually wind up getting it for £100 less, because there was a deal with eufy and they sent me a coupon code. I think it's because I had a previous RoboVac, Unfortunately, you can't get one for each RoboVac you have, but I think it's one per account. But either so, we were sold, so it is great for that. We are hoping that this will be just as good as the other ones that we have. They've been very reliable, never had an issue with them ever. And we've got two Westies. They don't lose a lot of hair, but it definitely picks up so much stuff. The other thing we noticed is that it picks up stuff you wouldn't realise. Like, there's a lot of, we've got tiles here, tiles over there, and what we're finding is it picks up lots of like SAM and crumbs and things, which we don't understand. We can't see them on the floors. We don't know. Every day though, every day, so we don't know where that's coming from. I'll go down now and I'll take a little clip of the self-emptying dustbin, and I'll try catch it if it does self-empty now, just so I can upload this and have that out there. But if you've got any questions about it or anything like that, or if I've spoken too quickly, as I normally do, feel free to just drop them down below and I'll reply to you as soon as I can. But so far, been great. Absolutely love this little thing. So now I'm on the other side of my house. I got my little internet setup thing going on there, but I've put it here because it is quite big. It's quite big, this self-emptying thing. That little clear pad you see on the floor there is, if you have the mop, it won't just sit there wet when it's cleaning. It'll have something to sit on, so it won't just get the floor wet or whatever it is you put it. So from what I understand is the RoboVac will return backwards. It'll back itself in and it'll suck. This has got a vacuum in it, this chamber, and it'll suck the dirt out and into this, and it goes in here into this little bag. I'm guessing it'll expand over time or with the air. It slides in there and it fills up. It says it lasts 60 days, so I'll make a note on my phone how long it is from today. And this is on the other side of my house, the opposite end to the kitchen, but it's got no problem finding it. It connects to Wi-Fi, and as long as this is plugged in, it'll find it wherever it is. But that's the little, it's not bad looking. I like how it's circular. The rest of them are square, and I think that takes up a lot more room. But this is here for now, and we'll see how we get on. As I said, I'll try catch it emptying if it does after this mapping. But very, very good. And those bags you get 2 bags with it, and they're replaceable. You buy a pack of 6 on the website, but again, they're not even available to buy yet. So I think it's be pretty soon, but very, very good. So it has just announced that it has finished cleaning, which I guess is like the mapping, because it's its first run. It has to dock for the map to be saved, so don't interrupt it, don't pause it if you get one. It has to dock, so we'll follow it now and see if it does actually empty itself and how loud that's going to be. I've got a feeling that that's going to be pretty loud. So I've just moved things out of the way, like the dog bed and things like that, so you can make a perfect map the first time round without having to redo it. There's just a whole load of toys. So we'll see what happens. As I said, you can set schedules for mopping and vacuuming or both. And also it works at night time, so you can have it on in the middle of the night and it definitely wouldn't wake you up. It would wake you up in your own bedroom now, but not in like your living room or anything like that. Okay, so let's see what happens then. Is it going to reverse in, or will it just charge? Looks like it's just going to go charge straight away, maybe, because as I said, it was its first run. Oh, maybe it is going to empty. Backing itself in. No. Oh, no, it is. This is going to be loud, I'd say.
Start dust collection. Dust collection completed.
That was definitely loud. It was louder than your regular upright vacuum cleaner. And you can also schedule it so it doesn't do that every time, like once every other time or every 3 vacuums it'll empty. I'm going to keep it on every time. As I said, we got dogs, so but that was pretty impressive. I quite enjoyed that.
Charging.
So that took about 55 minutes to do my house, or the downstairs floor of my house. I will take a screenshot of the map. I'll see this before I adjust it and after, so you can see how accurate it is. But I did all of this, the kitchen, downstairs, And over there, it took 55 minutes to map it, but it wasn't vacuuming, so I think that might be faster because it already has the map. But as I said, I bought this with my own money. I really enjoy eufy products, and hopefully this will be just as good as the rest of the ones I have. So I'll get this edited and uploaded, and as I said, any questions just down below. I do talk quite quickly, and so it might be hard to get everything I said. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope that'll help some people who are thinking about buying this or any other eufy RoboVac, because I highly recommend them. They're very, very good. So this is the map, and those are the lines of where it is vacuumed. You can see that live when it's vacuuming. You can do rooms and zones, and you can set up barriers and no-go zones, which I haven't actually set up yet. The app is really good. It's very intuitive. It's super easy to use, as the rest of eufy products are.